So, do you go out your way to like try to do anything to make sure this doesn't happen to anybody else?
I actually do go out of my way, and that's one of the reasons why I'm being tagged to a lot of viral incidents and accounts. If you, I don't know if you know, but I'm working with my homeboy's mom, my classmate. Her and her son was treated wrong by law enforcement right at McDonald's, but her in particular was kicked down to the ground. And she's a dialysis patient, and she was actually charged with obstruction, but she was released on subpoena. We went to court last week. But unfortunately, her attorney didn't show up. But it's a lot of cases of violent incidents in this community that goes on that I'm tied to, is where I educate people on their rights, the law, and standard operating procedures. And I just want people to understand that you got to know your rights. Laws, policies, procedures do not supersede your rights. They're never going to tell you that they found their officer in wrong or in doing or violating policies, and definitely not going to tell you they violate their rights. So they're going to justify the actions of some of these officers. And a lot of people on traffic stops, and I was saying this in the barbershop earlier, look up Pennsylvania versus Mims. Pennsylvania versus Mims. When an officer have you on a traffic stop and they order you outside of the vehicle, you must comply and step outside of that vehicle. Keep your phone out and record it all the time. It's not a crime to record the police. But if you resist that, you are in violation of obstruction, and they can charge you with obstruction, or they can escalate and use excessive force. I'm not justifying what those officers did, because I feel both parties, but like in that Jacksonville case, he should have probably got out of the car. And I'm saying that because I know that, and I know that now because of my knowledge of my friends and law enforcement attorneys. And I'm blessed because of a lot of situations where I did not correspond or comply with officers' lawful orders, even though I knew at the time what they're doing was wrong. I could have been charged with obstruction. It's a possibility that it would have, it could have possibly stand up in court. But due to my history with law enforcement in this community, I don't see a jury or nobody really convicting me of a crime, only because they have shown prejudice of they really want to try to give me charges.
Yeah.
And most of my arrests are wrongful arrests, ego arrests, and retaliatory arrests. I'm not out here breaking the law.
Yeah.